So I'm Lennart, I'm from Ghent University, and I will be doing a part of my PhD research, so 1 year of my PhD will be at the University of California in Berkeley. So we had information sessions at the university. So at Ghent University there was some information about all kinds of foreign experiences you could do. And with the information especially on Fulbright and BAAF. And well, I applied for the Fulbright grant then. Well, I was planning to go abroad anyway. So not specifically the US, but then I checked around and there was a very good group. Well, that was really in my field and of study, well, of study and of research, where I could really learn a lot. And so that was the group that I'm now going to. I think the most important thing is to start really early. Actually, I started in January. And it was already too late because, for instance, the other grant is end October, I think. So yeah, really starting early. Also start early at the university you're going to, because in research it's a bit different. Because actually, first I had an agreement with the professor that I'm going to. So we had some emails, a Skype conference, etc. But it's also very important to really start your application at the university very early. And I think it's actually best to start it a year in advance and not 9 months in advance. For researchers, it's really different because, well, at first, well, of course, my PhD is already defined, so I know what I want to do, what I'm good at. So the thing is to really find a good match at another institution, whether it's that the US or another country. But well, it's necessary to really first find the professor, the group you want to go to, and then start the application. So to have an agreement that you can go in that group, because obviously it's not always that easy to accommodate another researcher, so you really have to contact that professor first. Actually, the professor I'm going to already had contacts with my professor. There was already another PhD student from our group that went to UC Berkeley to that group. So I think the contact with the group you're going to is the most important, in the beginning especially. So I already had my PhD project, obviously, so I already worked on it for 2 years. But that specific part I'm now going to do, I think the expertise in the group I'm going to is really critical to be able to solve the problem as well as possible. And also, of course, I mean, perhaps it would have been, well, possible to solve the research problems here at home. But on the other hand, like seeing another group, I also have other collaborations, for instance, with the university in the Netherlands, in Eindhoven. And I think that going to another group, people always see other, well, issues other than what you saw before. So going there is also a very good experience to look again at your problem, and then it's, I think, also easier to solve it properly.